this is Bravo, and today we're playing DayZ, and I'm gonna give you a few tips and tricks I've learned about building
Bravo sucks.
through all of the bases that I've built and such things as that. Now, I'm gonna start with the perimeter. Most bases on PvE servers will mostly like this, and a lot of PvP. They'll look just a concrete structure, cinder block walls, and such, going all the way around, including a garage, helipad, that sort of thing. Not so. On this server, you have a 175 building limit. You can see right here. So that really crunches your amount of items that you can place. And so you can't go for the big bases. You just don't have enough room. I've seen bases that are half undone because they reached the build limit. So one of the best things I've seen is sort of what we're doing. Start with a sort of a concrete bunker, a safe house to use for your storage, your safes. Put your safes in here, like that. Put your safes in here, and then you have a safe and secure place to store things. Also, what you can do is put in one of these, using flipped up concrete walls to make a sort of bunker to help protect against a raid. Something else I've done is put in an M240 nest right here to add a little bit more protection. So that's one of the good things to do. Another one, if you like having a nice little space that you can run around in and not worry about vehicles coming in, or players even, put a ring around it using wire fences and hedgehogs to reinforce some natural barriers, and I can run around in here all day. If a player with an axe wants to get in, he can't. Only through that little area right here. And this is two things: a choke point and what will be a door. This is where you will put a garage door flipped upside down to make a sort of a gate. A drawbridge type idea. Now, a lot of servers have these garages now. And this is a handy little thing. Go into the garage menu. You can store your vehicles. It'll store a maximum of 3. Put down your helipad, and it'll spawn them in. But that's not the only good thing about a garage. A garage have physical interiors. You can use this as a small storage space as well. Now, a lot of people will say, well, why'd you put the plot pole right here? Biggest thing, you always try to center your plot pole as best you can around the defensible area. Especially on these servers where you cannot take down another person's plot pole. So basically, what that means is you have centered the plot pole in the defensible area, meaning your plot pole is in the center of the best building area to secure, not offsetting it by putting it inside your base. Now, on servers that allow base raiding and base takeovers, put it inside the base, put it wherever you can that is extremely secure. Now, I'm going to go back into the bunker and show you that this has its flaws. Well, it does have quite the range of the ability of range, if you look, you can't really shoot down except for right here and right here. While it's great because you can still shoot up a little bit from a crouch, and you have excellent anti-air capabilities from these crosses, you can't really shoot down unless you're standing and then you're exposed. Like so. Now, that's where this comes in. This is what I call a hard point. Each base that I have made on PvP servers has had multiple hard points. Say I'm running around, looking at things, checking up on these, and I see a vehicle. Run in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 M240 nests. A place to shoot your rifles from. Cover to crawl in. And even crawling inside the M240 nest. This allows you the complete coverage of the close area, and making it very difficult for someone to try and hit you, as you're surrounded by multiple layers of sandbags. Now, here's the trouble with building on a slope. This. You'll see there are gaps that normally one could crawl through. However, hedgehogs placed at every gap destroy that. You can't crawl through these anymore. You just can't. There's no way. Where there was once room, you're using the hedgehogs that not only delay tanks, delay flares. And that is what the obstacles are for. They're not to stop people, they are to delay them. One of the best rules of engineers is obstacles that are not manned are useless. The purpose of an obstacle is to delay the enemy inside a kill zone and allow his defeat to be easier. Meaning they're not supposed to stop him, they're just to slow it down enough so you can kill them without having to do anything special. Another point about building bases. I do them in wood lines, inside woods. A lot of people say, yeah, but you can't build big bases because of the tree. You don't want to build a big base. The smaller base that is concealed is less likely to be found. No matter how big your base is, someone's gonna find a way in. Hard to find a way in if you don't know where it is. So, that's why I build in wood lines. Second reason to build inside a wood line. The trees offer protection against helicopters. Notice, the only clearing in the entire base is where our helicopters are supposed to land. This is so that you don't get vehicles picked up and lifted off, and helicopters can't land inside except in certain areas, like maybe here. And even then, that's what hedgehogs are for. Make it to where they cannot land. So, in short, have a perimeter, especially on PvP servers. Make sure they can't even touch the inside of your base. Don't even give them the chance to get to the front door. Second, have hard points. Small hard points are easier to defend and better and easier to build than one big giant base. As well, they are easier to secure. Third, build in tree lines. Use them for aerial cover as well as for helicopter protection. Fourth, use garages to your advantage. They're very useful and they can protect everything. They can hold a maximum of 3 vehicles, meaning they keep your vehicles safe. that SUV could get blown up. Vehicles in here won't get scratched. Fourth, use M240 nuts to your advantage. These suckers are well armed, well protected, and they are very, very deadly. That's it for base building tips and tricks. This is Bravo, signing off.